What's going on, good people? This is D-MARL, and this is the Real Sports Time Podcast right here on the Talk 100 Network, and of course broadcasting live second half of the AFC Championship game. Cincinnati Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs. This is a crazy game. Crazy game. We're in the third quarter right now. Bengals right now are on the way to score over an ill-advised and an unfortunate interception thrown by Patrick Mahomes on his last possession. They sent a blitz and he threw it. D lineman picked it up. Here's Joe Burrow, hands it off, number 78, pushes his way through. They're around at the 3-yard line and striking distance right before the touchdown. There's 47 seconds left. If you're listening, we're at the end of the third quarter. 42 seconds left, actually. Now, the score, Cincinnati Bengals once again, Kansas City 21. If Cincinnati scores here and get the field goal, it will put them at 20. It will be a one-point game here going into the fourth quarter. Here we go. Second and goal right here. Hands it off. Fakes the handoff. Joe Burrow. Oh, and throws it away. Incomplete pass. I don't know who he was throwing it to. That was kind of weird. I'm not sure who he threw that ball to. That was Joe Burrow. He was trying to throw it to Chase, but it was nowhere near him, actually. So here we go, third and goal. Let's see if the Chiefs defense, Frank Clark on the end clapping his hands, throws it high up top, and that's a touchdown. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals. Chase, Jamar Chase pulls it in. He just threw it up high for a jump ball, and he brings it down for the touchdown. Chase, that's one-on-one coverage. I'm not sure why Tyrann Mathieu wasn't over there and then cheat that side of the end zone. Don't understand that at all. But we have a one-point game, which started out as the Chiefs were up 14-3. And now the Cincinnati Bengals are going for two. They're going for two to tie this game. Joe Burrow sends a man in motion, snaps. He's in a shotgun, wide open, and it's good. Game is tied, and that's number 11. Wow. That's Taylor on that reception. Simple swing out pass. Nobody even over on his side, on the left-hand side of the field as he throws it over. And we have a football game. 14 seconds left. We got a full quarter left of football. And this, again, has become a complete flip of this whole situation. Chiefs were in complete control of the game the first half. And this is what happened a couple of weeks back when the Chiefs played the Bengals, and the Bengals came back to win that game. Now we're going to see what happens here, because it really, really is going to get very interesting in this next quarter. And so we had a mistake, like I said, by Patrick Mahomes in that last possession. So it put the Bengals in striking distance, because it put them right there at their own 30-yard line. So that's where the danger started on that last turnover by Mahomes. But before that possession, defense, first of all, they had 2 3-and-outs to start off the half in the third quarter. The Bengals have been coming out the front line. They started blitzing Mahomes, and on the outside, Mahomes has made a couple questionable calls to McCole Hardman. Tyreek Hill dropped the pass, so they've got to reel it in. They generally keep composure. Remember, this is the same team, Kansas City Chiefs, who had to score in 13 seconds to force a halftime last week against Buffalo Bills. So, Cincinnati kicks it off. And that is McCole Hardman in the back. And they kick it deep into the end zone. And so Patrick Mahomes and the crew will start They will come out to the offense. And this is a double header. We got the AFC. This is the AFC Championship game. We also have the NFC Championship game, which will be the San Francisco 49ers against a well-known opponent to them, which is the Los Angeles Rams. That's going to be a good one, too. Mahomes sends a man in motion. That's McCole Hardman. Fakes it. Dumps it right off. An incomplete pass again. McKinnon, number one for the Chiefs. Incomplete pass. This is what's been happening now ever since the third quarter. I'm not understanding. Please, somebody help me. Why are they not, the Chiefs, why are they not handing the ball off and running? Stop all this passing. Now here we go again. Mahomes right now. Empty backfield. Sends McKinnon in motion. He goes around on the left-hand side. Swings out. Throws it straight down. That pass is complete to Travis Kelce, who's been a little bit quiet coming into this third quarter. And he picks up about 8 yards on that carry. Into the third quarter. End of the third quarter. Tie ball game. This looks totally crazy from based off how it started off. And this is going to be the decider to see who's going to represent the AFC Conference in the Super Bowl, which is going to be in LA this year. In the new stadium for the Rams. The Rams looking to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl and follow up the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who last year played in their own home stadium for the Super Bowl. So the Rams are looking to do the same thing. So we're going to check that game out. Going to hear some live broadcasting here. You're listening to the Real Sports Time Podcast. This is D-MARL. We're on the Talk 100 Network. And, of course, give some shout-outs to everyone that's connected from JR Visual, the Talk 100 Network. Montel Skrilla, we have a podcast, too, as well. The Talk 100 Network and Talk 100 Podcast. Every Friday night, 9 p.m. Not Central, I'm sorry, Standard Time, Eastern Time, every Friday. And, of course, we do live play-by-play actions here on the Real Sports Time Podcast, and also player stories on and off the field. We'll keep you updated on the latest and greatest news in sports. And basketball is getting pretty interesting, too, which we have some games. We're getting into that. We're getting to the halfway mark. All-Star game coming up soon. LeBron James and Kevin Durant selected as captains. Durant for the East and LeBron for the West as captains. They were selected again. LeBron, his 4th straight year selected. I might be off. Might be more than that. But anyway, definitely it's going to be interesting to see the second half of the NBA as well. So, but yeah, make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe. Also go over to Twitter, the Real Sports Time Podcast, and go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Check us out on Instagram, same thing, at @RSportsTime. So that's where we're at, and also on Facebook. Make sure you like us and share the page and everything else, and leave some comments on what you're thinking. What you're thinking about these games? Who's going to the Super Bowl? Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? Matthew Stafford, looking to first time playing in a championship game himself with the Rams, so we'll see. And this Chiefs crowd has not given up. They have not given up at all. So we got 3rd and 3. Mahomes is empty backfield right now. Changing up the play. McKinnon coming in the backfield. Showing a little bit of pressure on the defensive line by Cincinnati. Oh, rolls out McKinnon. Mahomes looking straight forward. Oh, scrambles out. Still looking. And he's taken back down in the backfield. Couldn't find anything. Loss of yards. And it's a 4th down here. The Bengals are stepping up big time. The frustration is starting to set in. I'm not understanding. Patrick Mahomes. He had a check down to McKinnon. Didn't take it. Didn't take it at all, and so now that's a loss of yards. 14 minutes and 21 seconds left. They're punting the ball off to the Bengals. who are now starting to click, and they're well oiled. Here we go, punt return here. Number 11, a bunch of missed tackles, reminds me of Pee Wee football. And so now you have everybody has to step up on both sides. You see what happens here? This is my thing with the Kansas City Chiefs, and I love the Chiefs. But my issue is with the defense. They sit there and allow themselves to just get in a hole. They play relaxed, and then they say, well, even if we get in a hole or we blow some coverages, our offense will make up for it. And they put them in the team in a bad situation. So they got a little bit lax. Look at this. Frank Clark looks like he's almost moved. Almost is encroachment. Oh, that's going to be a flag. Burrow going straight down the middle. Oh! And that's a pick! Picked off by numbers 38. Big time play by the Kansas City Chiefs. Sneeze picks it off. They were looking for Chase. He read it. Joe Burrow underthrew that pass. He underthrew that pass. I'm looking at it now. And Sneed picked it off. But that was an underthrow, so it's going back to Kansas City. And Mahomes gets a chance to make up for that terrible possession of 3 and out. This is getting interesting. This is getting very interesting. Let me tell you this too. On the sideline before the half, McCole Hardman came over to the quarterback coach and said, "Hey, listen, I'm open. I'm getting open. I'm telling my man, look for me on some passes." And then he got into it with Tyreek, but they did straighten it out and everything else because you got a job to do. This is not the time to get frustrated. McCole Hardman dropped the ball. Tyreek Hill dropped the ball. They both happened right after going into this third quarter here. So that was a big-time defensive stand and change because the momentum, oh my goodness. You want to talk about swinging like we're at the park taking the kids to the park. The swing is crazy of momentum right now. 21-21. Wow. So listen, both quarterbacks now have one interception to their credit until this game here in this AFC Championship game. So we're going to see what happens. This is D-MARL on the Real Sports Time podcast on the Talk 100 Network. And we are here. We are here. Make sure you stay tuned also because I'm going to grab Jay Raphael and Junior and we're going to go back live for the NFC Championship game. Make sure you check that out because that's going to be very, very, we're going to be excited. We're going to be happy. We're going to go on camera the whole 9 yards. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And just to see here, last week, what a crazy game. Kansas City Chiefs and Buffalo Bills. That game was insane. Josh Adams, I tell you what, he was sad because he didn't want to lose that, but I'm going to tell you something. Josh Adams has officially arrived. I was just waiting. Now, again, he's got to show consistency, but he has arrived. And so we've got some young Lions now taking over the reins. Big Ben Roethlisberger retired. Tom Brady is going to retire. So these are the new young quarterbacks that we're seeing. Here we go, 1st and 10. Hand is off. That is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, number 25, picks up about 3 yards. I love the way Helaire is holding that ball like it is a 7-month-old. I love it. I love it because he sometimes has a tendency to fumble, and at a time like this, you don't need that. 2nd and 6 coming up. So we're going to see how this shakes out. I think they should never have left away from the running game. It was fluid. Sends Travis Kelce back in motion. He comes back across to the right-hand side. Checks out. There we go. Quick check down. Too high from Mahomes. Threw it over Edwards-Helaire's head. 3rd and 6 coming up. Now Mahomes has to settle in right now too. I don't know, see where his head is at, but he needs to get settled in, settle himself back down because he's getting anxious. Quick throws, put a little bit too much on it, and there's no comfort now. You don't get to sit down. You don't have the lead. You don't sit down and rest. This is a football game, officially. Drops back, and that's also another takedown. 4th and 7. The Chiefs are going to be punting again. All of a sudden now, this defensive line from the Bengals is pushing forward. Number 57 cannot hold his man. Tackle. And that's Smith, number 65, who could not hold his man. And, so the Chiefs are punting again. So that was 4th and 14. I'm sorry, he lost a few yards on that. So now they're punting it. Bengals are going to get back on the field. Waits for a fair catch, and it actually drops back way into the deep part of the end zone. So here comes Joe Burrow in the offense. 12 minutes and 27 seconds left. So again, we'll see what happens. Defense on both sides made a play. And so now it just comes down to who wants it more and who's going to make less mistakes. And right now, the game is going to be won. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be won in the trenches. These guys better get a second win. This offensive line, they better get a second win because now the Bengals D-line, those ends, they're getting pushed from that nose guard. They're crashing in those gaps. It's just, the pressure is coming. And Mahomes, I don't understand. He's playing it safe. He's staying in the pocket. He's not moving, which he's very elusive, but he's not moving, and he's a little bit late looking for his progressions, and he's not doing a simple check down. And when he just did it with Hilaire, he threw it over his head, and that was a first down. All he needed was 3 yards. Hilaire was over there by himself. So they better settle in because the Bengals can shock and take this game, and that will be an upset. It will be an upset. So, like I said, I remember last week. Divisional championship game, divisional rounds. I remember Sean McVay, which we're going to see him coach today too. He played it safe. Next thing you know, he was in the dogfight. And that's what I'm looking at now. I think that going into that beginning of the third, I think that Chiefs were being very passive when they shouldn't have been. Because there was only a 2-possession game. All they needed was a touchdown and a field goal to tie it back up. And then you're relying on your defense to hold. You don't have a 3-touchdown lead. So this is going to be very interesting. I'll tell you what, I believe whoever makes it to either 35 points, that's who's going to win this ball game. Because I believe that there's another 2 touchdowns that can come from either side of these teams, from the Bengals or Chiefs. Whoever gets 2 more touchdowns, even if the other team gets another score or a field goal, I believe who's able to get another 2 touchdowns, that's who's going to decide this game. But the particulars inside of that is what is the defense going to do? The Chiefs at this point are 3 and out. They're 3 and out. That's 2 possessions in a row, coming behind an interception. So again, momentum swinging like we at the park. So there we go. Let's see what happens. Joe Burrow on the field with his offense. Let's see what we got here. He's in the shotgun, hands it off. That's number 28. That's Mason. And he picks up maybe 3 yards or so on that carry. Went straight through the middle. It's 2nd and 7. Running the ball and establishing everything. I tell you what, that secondary, I have not been impressed with them at all by the Kansas City Chiefs. I really haven't. And Tyrann Mathieu, Snead, he made a good play making that interception. And Tyrann Mathieu coming up that concussion, he came back in this game and he has not been contributing at all. He is not manning his side of the field over there strong enough at all. Here's Joe Burrow. He breaks away. Frank Clark chasing him on the loose. Oh! And that was almost another pick. Wow. Wow. 3rd and 7. Yeah, that was almost picked off again. That was a dangerous throw by Joe Burrow. Wait a minute. Yeah, it slid through his legs. Slid through his arms. Had he caught that in possession, that was a pick. Wow, dangerous. Very dangerous. Very dangerous. So here we go. 3rd and 7. Let's see what kind of pressure we got. We got everybody up front. Frank Clark's wide out, wide 9, coming in. Bell! Oh, they got their hands on him! He's getting elusive. Broke free. Joe Burrow's broke free. And they allowed him to get the first down. Unbelievable. Kansas City may blow this game. They may blow this game. You got Frank Clark. He gets back there, number 95. That's Chris Jones. Didn't wrap him up in the backfield. They had their arms around him. Didn't wrap him up. Joe Burrow is elusive. Gets around the corner and gets the first down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 31-yard line in their own defense. They're running the ball now. A lot of missed tackles. Guys, arm tackles. Putting their arms out and reaching in, trying to make a tackle. This whole second quarter, this whole second half will be decided completely by all these mistakes. And so, we'll see. This is crazy. This is crazy. 2nd and 9. Joe Burrow trying to punch the Bengals into the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens. Snaps it. Burrow. Quick check down. And he is stopped. That's Boyd right there. This number 83. Had a quick check down there. We got a third. That was a 3rd and long. So here we go. We got about 10 minutes left in this thing. We got about 10 minutes left in this thing. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing some more live coverage. We're going to catch this NFC Championship game, and we're going to definitely cover the Super Bowl. So get ready for that. Get excited. Joe Burrow rolling out. Missed this one. Joe Burrow again. First down. Every single D-back and the linebackers open the middle of the field. No one. Oh my goodness. I can't believe a little bit what I'm seeing because I know Kansas City's defense. This is crazy. Joe Burrow is taking the game in their own self. The Chiefs are allowing Joe Burrow, some good playing by Chase, overtake this game and may win. And looking to win. He's winded. He's smiling. And we got a flag here. It's whistled. It's whistled dead. Let's see what the refs call.
First charge timeout.
Cincinnati calls the timeout. So they called it right before the ball was actually snapped. And they're calling it because, first of all, that's 2 plays. Listen, that's 2 plays in a row. You know how bad it is if you're the Chiefs, how crazy you look when Joe Burrow was huffing and puffing because he just got 2 possessions. He just got 2 first down. Not his running back. No check down. He just got Joe Burrow. Hey, that's not even the kind of player. This is not Lamar Jackson. This is not Deshaun Watson. This ain't Patrick Mahomes who's elusive. This ain't Russell Wilson. This is Joe. This ain't Josh Allen. This is Joe Burrow. 2 completions of a first down, running the ball himself. Middle of the field open. This is sickening for Kansas City's defense. It's embarrassing. I don't know what happened when they went in that locker room for halftime. I really don't. Somebody lied to them and told them the game was over and said that it was over with. And they were just going out for the rest of the game to play for fun. We got flags everywhere. Flags are everywhere on that possession. Let's see what the refs call. Maybe encroachment on the defense. Let's see. Defense. That's Frank Clark, number 55. He jumped the line. So that's a 5-yard penalty. So now we're getting even more undisciplined. We're getting more undisciplined. Making bad mistakes. It's going to get worse and worse. 8:44 left in this game. Anything can happen and will happen. Anything can happen and will happen. This story is rewritten and going the same way like it started off a couple of weeks ago. And we're going to see what everybody's made of. We're going to see what everybody's made of. Here we go. Joe Burrow, 1st and 5. 1st and 5 right here. And that's a gain of 16 right there. Another fresh set of downs. This coverage is just, these guys are in a prevent. They have all of they got the safeties, and then the linebackers are so spread out. Middle of the field is just wide open. I just don't understand this. How are they even playing this? So you got your 4-down linemen. So now you're bringing everybody up in the box. They're bringing everybody up in the box. Look at Matthew. He's showing the fake. We got a flag. I believe that's going to be on the offensive side. Somebody moved off sides. Or let's see. Okay, so that was number 67. That was on the offense. Because I seen that on that left-hand side. I seen the DN over there jump. I guess he moved after that, after he seen them on the line. But just wild. This was a wild one. So it's 1st and 10. I'm sorry, 1st and 15. Chris Jones on the sideline. He's huffing and puffing too. Taking a breath. So these guys are tired as ever. And I'm looking down at the secondary. Guys has got their hands on their hips, looking around, looking like they're. Is this a timeout? Okay, we resetting the game clock. And you got a 1st and 15. They reset the clock. 7:36 left in this game. And I don't know who's going to win this one. I cannot confidently say Kansas City Chiefs. Not how they came out in the second half. This is just, it was horrendous on both sides of the ball. Patrick Mahomes' side too, as well as the defense. Here we go. Joe Burrow looking for his man. Throws it up high. Oh, almost picked off. He tried to hit number 85, Higgins, on that one on the deep route to the right-hand side, and that's incomplete. Threw it over his head. So we'll see what happens here. 2nd and 5. Chiefs defense has not stopped ever since, really since the middle of the second quarter. They have not stopped 3 and outs. So it's 2nd and 15 right now. We'll see what happens because they've been getting. Joe Burrow's got the last 2 first downs before this last pass that they threw. So you got 3rd down here. And worst case scenario after this, if they get off this 3rd down, Bengals can take the lead with the field goal, which is probably what they'll do. Why not? Make sure you do a safe play. No need for them to go for it. No need for them to go for it. They can just take the lead of this game, put pressure completely on Patrick Mahomes and the offense for the Chiefs. They just made them go. It ain't 2, it's 3. Had them go 3 and outs. 3rd down, so they tackle him there. He doesn't pick up anything, so it's 4th and 8, and they'll bring out the kicker. They will bring out the field goal unit. The Bengals will look to take a 3-point lead here. So here we go. 6 minutes and 25 seconds left, y'all. Who's going? Who's going to the Super Bowl, baby? Who's going to the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, where it's going to be warm as ever? Ooh, it's going to feel good out there. Woo! Here we go. 52-yard punt. Here we go. It's good. He made it through. And Cincinnati takes the lead 24-21. Coach over there trying not to smile, but you don't need to because this isn't over with. This is not over with. You don't need to be celebrating. So, they got their work cut out for them. Mahomes and crew got their work cut out for them. I don't know what they're going to do. That offensive line, their coach needs to be over there setting things up. And I don't know what the enemy is drawing up. But they better seriously put together some plays and some misdirection, some jet sweep. They need to start using their speed on the ground. They're trying to double up Travis Kelce across the middle. You got Tyreek Hill. They're spying on him. So you've got to spread the ball around. But you got to get that offense. You got to get that running game back established like they started the game on. McKinnon and Edwards-Helaire. You've got to get this run. They got to get that running game started back again to push them back on the heels so you can get downfield. We'll see. But Patrick Mahomes throwing the ball in the dirt, line collapsing on him, and mainly because the line's collapsing, he's running around, nowhere to go. That's going to be the key. We'll see. This is an interesting game. Who is going to Super Bowl in California to play the winner of San Francisco or the LA Rams? That game is going to be kind of crazy. It's going to be crazy. You're listening to the Real Sports Time Podcast. This is D-MARL on the Talk 100 Network. And this is what we do. Lots of things that can happen in these last 6 minutes. Lots of things can happen in these last 6 minutes. Joe Burrow has thrown for 233 yards, 21 completions, and 30 out of 36 attempts. He does have one interception. Patrick Mahomes has 237. He has 237 yards. Got 3 TDs and 1 interception. But again, a lot of things were clicking to Chiefs football. We were seeing Chiefs football fully in that first half. So this will be a great upset. If the Bengals pull this off, this will be a great upset against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll tell you that much. Let's go. They kick it off. It's going to be deep. Here comes Patrick Mahomes and the crew. Let's see who they have starting at running back. Is it Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or is it going to be McKinnon? Jarrett McKinnon, number 1. Yeah, that's who's in there now. Let's see. Let's just see if they get this. Let's see if they get this running game established. They got everybody on the line. They got double tights. McCole Hardman. There we go, using the speed. Just a little quick pass to him. He only picks up 2 yards, though. Not much on that. Just a quick pass, quick little dump. I'm sorry, he picked up about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 right there. 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Cincinnati Bengals up by 3. 24, Kansas City 21. 24-21. 2nd and 6. Home Servan Blacken sends McKenna in motion. Quick pass right there to Kelce, who looks like he's past the first down. I think that's enough for it. He may be 1 yard short, though. No, they give him the first down. They give him the first down, so they move the chains. They move the chains on that one, and that's what they need to get back to. Quick passes. Take what they are giving you. If they're giving you these short little dumps across the middle, And what's going to happen is going to open up some things. The slant across the middle, or you can send Tyreek Hill on a drag route. You can always do that. Comes out there. Mahomes looking there deep. There we go. Passes to Kelsey again. Kelsey pushes in through, and that's 8 yards. See, that's what they're giving them. They're leaving that cushion. They're trying not to give up a big play downfield. So if they're going to do that and let you march down, that's fine. But at some point, they're going to have to actually break out and get a play or whatever, and that's okay. Tyreek Hill waving his hands in the air, saying he didn't see me way downfield. But right now, Mahomes can't make any mistakes. He's playing a little careful because a turnover right now would not be good for the Chiefs. Snaps it. Hands it off. McKenna. And he only picks up a yard. Third down. He only picked up 1 yard on that. It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. 4 minutes left in this game with the Bengals up by 3. So here we go. Here we go. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. What are we doing here? Sends Tyreek in motion. He's at the wide out position. They're giving him plenty of room. Plenty of room. Oh, connects with Travis Kelce across the middle. Told you that slant was going to open up, and they are in striking distance. That's an 18-yard completion. Travis Kelce right across the middle. That's what Mahomes said. Just run right up there. Reminds me of him. You know, Travis Kelce and Rob Gronkowski are the 2 top non-stoppable tight ends. Oh, jet sweep around the corner. McCole Harmon still on his feet. Get around the corner to the right-hand side and was patient. He was hitting, too. You almost didn't see him. But they still, and then not another game on the yards. It's still 2nd and 1. They still need 1 yard for a first. But this drive is turning into something very interesting, and it can happen. They're in striking zone, just about at red zone. That's 30-yard, 32-yard line. Let's see. They're bringing it back on the line. Oh! McKinney on the right-hand side. Get it to the outside. I'm sorry, he went to the left-hand side. Sorry about that. And that was a big-time game by Jared McKenna. Very nice. He sold the dive up the middle. McKenna did. Sold the dive up the middle. Drew in the defensive lineman and popped back out to the left-hand side. Bounced it out and got around the corner. 1st and 10. Inside of the 15. We're almost at the 2-minute warning, too. This is getting very interesting. On the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Mahomes back in the shotgun. And looks like, is this a timeout? No, we allowed a 2-minute warning coming up. And this is where all the magic happens with Mahomes and the Chiefs. This is where it all happens. So they want to burn down some of this clock. Probably going to come back, guys, and run the ball because they got 1st and 10. Why not? Run it in 5 yards at a time. They can't stop the speed. Like I said, as soon as they get back to those misdirections and jet sweeps using all that speed, you can go to McCole Harmon, you can go to Tyreek Hill, you can go to Robinson. You can dump it to McKenna, who can catch the ball outside of the backfield. That's what makes them so dangerous. So can Edwards-Helaire. So this is all scheming, and this is where Eric Bieniemy, which I don't understand why he don't have no job, by the way. That's a whole nother conversation too. They need to start back hiring some of these black coaches. This is getting ridiculous. This is getting real crazy. You know, all you have is Mike Tomlin left, and they're doing a lot. You know, so the coach over at Miami, and why is his name not coming to my head? That's crazy. Why is his name not coming to my head? That's weird. So we're going to see what happens. We got a 2-minute. This is a 2-minute drill here. Kansas City been in this place before. This is what they do. Nothing scary or nothing bothersome or anything from that perspective at all. Not at all. And you listen to the Real Sports Time podcast on the Talk 100 Network. This is D-MARL giving you live play-by-play coverage of this second half of the AFC Championship game. Cincinnati Bengals, Kansas City Chiefs. Bengals are up by 3 points with Kansas City in striking distance. It's 2 minutes left, and this has turned out to be a thriller. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And so, let's see here. All right, let's go. Let's go. 2 minutes to go. Somebody's going to LA. Somebody's going to LA. Who's going? Who's going? 1st and 10. 15-yard line. Patrick Mahomes. Empty backfield, everybody. Drops back. McKenna. He's looking. Mahomes rolls out to the left. He doesn't see anything there. Gets around that corner. Picks up about 5-6 yards. And stops the clock. Second and 6. So he picks up about 4 yards on that. Clock does stop because he rolled out of bounds to avoid that tackle, which he should have. Patrick Mahomes. Now this is going to get interesting. 2nd and 6. 8-yard line. Blocking up front. Mahomes, no. It's not there. He rolls back out the other way. Still looking. Oh my God, still looking again. Somebody's got to bail out. And he did all of that to get right back where he was. Wow. That was a lot going on. Mahomes was scared. Say, I'm looking at the enemy. Why are you having McKenna bail out? He needs to stay there for a quick check down. You gotta have a backup. You gotta have a safety blanket. 3rd and 2. And guess what? If you want to go for it all, let's see. That's Edwards. Oh, that's a 1st down! The tackle was eligible. No, I'm sorry. That was Kelsey. Yep. That was it. Yes, it was. It was a flip pass. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought it was a tackle eligible play. That was a flip to Travis Kelsey right up the middle. Great call by Andy Reid. 1st and goal. Clock is supposed to still be rolling. That's forward progress. I don't know why it's not. They have it stuck at 128. Must be a timeout by Cincinnati, I believe. Yes, they did, because everybody's drinking water. So someone called a timeout. That was Cincinnati that called that. So they're trying to keep as much time as possible off the clock for Joe Burrow and Cincinnati. Because if they go ahead and score here, you want majority of this last part of this clock, you want it drained down as much as you can. That's what you want. So we're going to see what they call here. And see that, I'm going to tell you something. That last play of the half came back to bite him in the butt. We'll talk about it in a minute because right now it's 1st to go. Mahomes, we're at the 5-yard line. Sends McCole Hardman in motion. McKenna hands it off. He's still pushing. Picks up about 2 yards. Picks up about 2 yards. McKenna is a very patient runner. I like him. I think he waits. He tries to see where his holes are like he should. You got some patience running backs like that. He doesn't just punch it and run you over and hit you in the mouth. But he has that speed though. And I love the fact that you can pass it to him. I love the versatility. I love the versatility. You need it in this league at this point. You need running backs with hands. Because again, like I just said, on those last two possessions, you needed to swing pass it to him. Mahomes back there by himself. Everybody's upfield. So let's see what happens here. What do they call? 2nd and goal. I say basically you should run it again. I say you should run the ball again. Because what you're going to do is you're going to soften up that defense, and then you can throw a backside fade over to Kelsey if you want to on a 3rd down. But right now, you got 4 yards to the touch to the end zone. Go ahead and run the ball again. And let's see. I've got a freeze here. That always happens at an inopportune time. I've got a freeze on my screen here, so got to bear with me here on when this comes up. So I don't even know what's happening right now. They could have scored. It could be an interception. It could be anything. But this is D-MARL. You listen to the Real Sports Time podcast on the Talk 100 network, of course. And I'm just looking to see when this is going to come back in, because this is just absolutely ridiculous. Wow. Wow. No signal at all at this time. Last 1 minute, 28 seconds left of this game. No signal. Wait a minute. It's 3rd and goal. So 39 seconds left. I don't even know what happened because, like I just said, my screen went off. But whatever it is, it was crazy and they didn't score. So now you're about to go for a field goal. So you got this last possession here. They better hope it's not a turnover, first of all. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. And really, you could actually just go for the field goal now and take it in overtime. Or you go for a play. I don't know Andy Reid to be that conservative of a caller. And he's not. He's going to go for it. You need to go for the game. You need to try to go for the game. Now, it's scary. Defense can make a play. Because what are you doing? What are we running? Let's see. Let's see how they do this. Let's see. So you got empty backfield, Travis Kelsey, Robinson on the right-hand side. You got Tyreek tight on the left. Let's see where we're going with this thing. Here we go. Patrick Mahomes drops back. Look, it surveys. McKinnon's open. They're leaving it wide open for him to do something. Oh my God, fumble! That was very stupid what Patrick Mahomes just did. That was a stupid. Wow, you just made your kicker have to go longer. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Great defense by Cincinnati, by the way. But I don't know what Mahomes is doing. I don't know what he's doing. He'd have been better off moving forward. He stayed stationary, turned his body left, right, went backwards, then got hit, fumbled the ball. His lineman recovered it. Wow. And he lost yards, made the kicker have a further field goal to 30 yards field goal attempt, which he should make. Let's see. If he misses it, this is the ball game. And Travis Kelsey was open. What was he looking at? Mahomes missed his whole progressions on that. I don't know what happened in this game in the second half, but it has not been good. It has not been good how Patrick Mahomes has played this second half. Honestly. And he is the face of the league. I love the kid. I love the kid. I really do. But I'm just speaking just on this game. On this very important AFC Championship game. 44-yard field goal attempt. It was closer than that earlier. And he ties it. He ties it, and we're going to overtime. We are going to overtime. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Overtime rules. The first team who scored a touchdown. If you score a touchdown first, you win. If you score a field goal on the possession, then the other team gets a chance with a fresh set of downs to go at it and either score a field goal as well or score a touchdown. So that's why a lot of times the coin toss sometimes will decide the game. Why is that? Because if you got two great quarterbacks that can get down the field and score, a lot of the times, whoever wins that coin toss can win the game. That's what happened last week with the Bills. It went the Chiefs' way. They won that coin toss. Josh Allen never got on the field. The Chiefs went downfield and scored and won. But between these turnovers, okay, let's see. This is the coin toss.
Both teams will have 3 timeouts. Both teams will have that's the ball. Unless the first team scores a touchdown or there's a defensive score. All replays are upstairs. Any questions? Cincinnati. What is your call? Call heads.
Call heads. Oh, it's going to the Chiefs. It's going to the Chiefs. Oh my gosh, this happened the second week in a row. The Chiefs win the coin toss and get a chance to score first. And if they do, they will end the game. Wow. You can't write this stuff. Listen to the Real Sports Time podcast on the Talk 100 Network. And this is D-MARL. Wow. That is just absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be so interesting to see who actually is going to be able to take this down. It really is. It really, really is. Wow. AFC Championship game. It doesn't get no better than this. This thing is wild. This thing is wild. See, so Chiefs get the ball first. So here we are. We have the overtime. That's going to be crazy. I'm excited. I'm excited because you just don't know what happens. These things can go any way. Yeah, this thing can go any kind of way. And we'll see. So, when I think about this next game that's coming up, the LA Rams and the San Francisco 49ers, I really do believe this will start out as a close game. I really do. But I don't have faith in Jimmy Garoppolo. I just don't. Because he makes too many mistakes, and on top of it, I just think his decision making is not good. His ball placement, where he places the ball, it's always off. And then the receivers in his Ravens haven't had any success at all with really a lot of the completion. But that defense, San Francisco defense, has stepped up big time. I'm talking about big time. So we'll see what happens. And he's going to have a long, long day. You got Von Miller. You got Aaron Donald. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a madhouse. They're not going to be playing. That's what it is. So we'll see. And here we go. And here comes Patrick Mahomes. Overtime. First team to score can win. On a touchdown. Not field goal, though. On a touchdown. Now let's see what happens here. They did this last week. Here we go. They're on their own 20. Patrick Mahomes. It looks like the Bengals are going in prevent. I see them already going back deep. Too high. Way too high of a pass. He tried to hit Robinson. And that's too high. That's a wasted down. Wow. 2nd and 10 coming up. If he would, that would have been a tip, and going back the other way, wow. Looks like they're showing a blitz. Intercepted! Oh! Whoa! Oh man, that was scary. I called it out, but it didn't happen. They got lucky. They got lucky. Nope. No. That's first of all, he's tried. That's 2 plays in a row. He's only looking at Robinson. I don't understand that. He didn't even read his other thing. Almost threw that ball away. And that was going to be 6 points, by the way. That was going to be 6 points by Apple. Number 20, Apple. That was going to be a 6-point, and that would have been the ball game. 3rd and 10. Interception! Wow. 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 Bengals looking like they can win this one, guys. That was a terrible series right there. And now the game is in. He forced it to Tyreek Hill. And it was incomplete. I mean, it was tipped. Yes, he did. Great play. Great play. That's Bates who tipped it right there. And we'll see. Joe Burrow is going to be the decider if he could get these guys in the end zone. Let's see what happens. They're at the 45-yard line. First down, they barely even got him down. These guys don't want to tackle. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Unbelievable. Wow. Yep, season's on the line for the Kansas City Chiefs. All going back to the second half, the end of the second half, and how they came out in the 3rd quarter. That's all you could say. So here we go. So here we go. Two forced passes to Robinson. I don't understand why. So you got, let's see, Joe Burrow, he's got his running back there. Sends a man in motion. That's Chase, number 1, going to the left-hand side. Oh, he goes through the handoff. Picks up about 3-4 yards. And here we go. I'm getting crazy signal here again as well. So next score wins the game. Yeah, I think the next score wins the game. And Higgins, their guys being passive on the end. Higgins made that complete pass right there. And they're marching down the field. They are marching down the field. All right, here we go. They're already in field goal range too, by the way. So this is just a matter of they're trying to score. Because if they just put it away right here, that's the ball game. Here we go. 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Hands it off to the running back. Punches through. These guys do not want to tackle. Defense said forever. Tyrann Matthew let that man run straight through the middle. He came down, didn't even attempt to tackle. Or the linebacker either on that same side. Ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. This doesn't look good for Kansas City at all. This doesn't look good at Kansas City at all. This is their fault. This is their fault. They came in Arrowhead Stadium and beat these guys. You can't make this stuff up. Here we go. Going straight through. Nobody want to tackle that 12-yard line. Another first down. They're getting ready to score. Guys arm tackling, diving, missing tackles. This is over with. Yeah, this thing is over with, guys.
This is where all security just dominated. This is genius. I said a challenge.
30-second timeout.
Let's see. Let's see. Is Andy Reid trying to challenge? They're saying Andy Reid might be trying to challenge something. I don't understand that. If he's trying to challenge it, what, illegal formation? I don't know if he can do that.
Upstairs, guys, and illegal formation is not a review of the play. So you can have the conversation, but you can't get involved for the replay.
Did you just go ahead and kick it down, Tony? I mean, a 30-31-yarder. Well, the only thing is you might want to move it to the 7. So if you look, too many guys on the line, right? So that's 9 guys.
Oh, that was illegal formation, but they missed it upstairs. All reviewable plays have to be from upstairs, so that's their fault. So that's upstairs. They didn't catch it. That's just one of the ones they didn't catch. Well, what can you do? But this is over with, I believe, for Kansas City. Unless an interception or a turnover happens right here, or some kind of fumble, this is over with. And guess why? Because of how, not only because of how you came out, Kansas City came out and played. The way Kansas City came out and played in the second quarter. In the third quarter, but also at the end of the second quarter with the way they went for that touchdown. They didn't get 3 points out of it, and then they didn't throw it to the end zone. They tried to force something behind the ball, the line of scrimmage to Tyreek, and they didn't get it. So all of those things come back to bite you. Look at this. So here we go. They're going to bring out the field goal unit, I guess. Let's see. To go ahead and put this thing away. Yeah, I don't see why he's. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, they've trained this defense and terrible. So Cincinnati, first time, in 50 years, going to be going to the Super Bowl. This one, I tell you what though, guys, this one will sit very nasty in their mouths. It would in mine in Kansas City. Seriously, because this didn't have to go this way. This would sit very nasty in my mouth. Cincinnati's going to the Super Bowl. They won it. 27-24 overtime. Congratulations, Cincinnati Bengals. Wow. An Ohio team, football team, going to the Super Bowl. When's the last time we were alive and saw this? Most of us. Upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Had full control of this ball game to start out, and just like 3 weeks ago, allowed the defense for them, allowed to come back in, win this thing for them. Wow. Congratulations is all I can say for sure. Unbelievable. Cincinnati going to the Super Bowl. There's some things that's going to have to be, listen, there's some things to discuss over there, because this has been going on too long on the defensive side. On the defensive side for Kansas City, they've been, for the last 4 years, they've been in all these championship games, 2 Super Bowls. But, yes, so they're going to have to make possibly some changes. Some guys have to be, like I said, Tyrann Mathieu, he was no effect, was no presence in this game at all. You had Snead that made a big play, and you had your defensive lineman who came up big in that first series, that first half. So, but once again, this is what we're talking about. Wow, 21-3, they come back, inch away at it, shut the Chiefs down, a bunch of 3 and outs coming out in the third quarter, get an interception, go right back, play defense, and then this is what they do. So that's it. So that's the end of it. We got another game coming up. Will San Francisco win with Jimmy Garoppolo? Again, they're not slated to win. The Rams are, with Matthew Stafford. We'll see what happens. Make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and jump off because I'm going to get ready for that one. We'll probably catch the second half of that game. But be ready. Stay tuned right here. The Real Sports Time podcast with me, D-MARL, Talk 100 Network. Congratulations, Cincinnati Bengals going to the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs got to go back home and think about it for a whole season. Thanks for listening. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. This is D-MARL. I'm signing off from the Real Sports Time podcast. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for the next game, NFC Championship. We'll be back.
That's the guy right there. He had a great play in the second half.